Well, thanks very much. What we know is that under Scott Morrison, cost of living is in crisis. We know that the price of everything is going up, but people's wages aren't. And today, potentially, we face the triple whammy. Lower wages, rising inflation, and rising interest rates. Scott Morrison, of course, is happy to always take credit for anything that goes right. But he always says it's not my job, it's someone else's fault, it's nothing to do with me when things aren't going so well. So today, of course, there will be a significant announcement by the Reserve Bank, and we await that at 2:30. And of course, the Reserve Bank independently will come to that decision. I also want to say that today's an opportunity for us here with Jason Clare, our housing spokesperson, but also with Emma and with Gordon, to talk about our Help to Buy scheme. This is a practical measure. It's a practical measure to assist people get a foot in the door and then get a roof over their head. This will help 10,000 people a year. It's a practical scheme. It comes at a cost of $329 million across the forward estimates, but we'll recoup $445 million from our plan to double foreign investment fees and penalties. This is a practical plan, which is why it's been supported so strongly by the Housing Industry Association, by the master builders. It's operated effectively in Western Australia for some 30 years. In New South Wales, Premier Perrottet is looking at just such a scheme. It's operated in Victoria. In Tasmania, they're looking at extending it. It's operated in the United Kingdom and Canada. This is a practical measure to assist with a cost of living measure. Because when people have a secure roof over their head, they have that sense of belonging, that sense of ownership, that sense of security that comes with that. And Labor's determined to do all that we can to give people a more secure future. Jace?
Well, thanks, boss. And thanks, Lydia, for letting us into the backyard today. Look, it's not an overstatement to say that we've got a housing crisis in Australia. It's harder to buy than ever before. It's harder to rent than ever before. And there are more homeless Aussies today than ever before. House prices have jumped by 25% in the last year nationwide. Here on the Central Coast, it's more than that. It's about 31%, and in some places, it's in the 40s. And rent has jumped by about 15%. It's getting harder and harder, not easier. Now, lots of Aussies are still making the plunge. Lots of Aussies are still doing their absolute most to make the great Australian dream a reality. But for more Aussies, it's getting harder and sometimes impossible.